Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Merritt. He finds an opening past the 40. Going right side here, and that's complete. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Well, look now at our starting defense. And they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. So
on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Merritt. And this is caught inside the 5. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Let's go.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Merritt. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Lee out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Manuel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, here's Lee. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, they bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Merritt. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 79 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. On third down, Merritt. Complete to Wheaton. Oh, and now some space to operate. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's who you're looking for.
Lee looking to throw on first down. And that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Go now. And over. Check 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous, man. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Go get it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Lee going to throw right side here, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Manuel. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Ready? 70, Indy.
On play action, it's Lee. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lee now throwing again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive, 12 plays in length. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now they try the right side here. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Here it comes. Here it comes.
To throw on 3rd down. Narrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, look at that. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are visitors to take over on offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll run on 1st down. Manuel up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Off the play fake, here's Lee. He's going to lock one deep left side here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 5.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Right back to him on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Ricky.
Looking to throw on second down. Merritt. And this is incomplete. This offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Merritt. He's got a first down and inside the midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Wants a twist. Snap.
From the gun, Merritt. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They don't want it. Keep playing.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Merritt. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Brought in by Wheaton. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got it. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. 8 read.
Here we go.
On first down. Manuel. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Lee to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Lee on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He juked him. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's how we do it.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down, you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead,
and the ball is knocked out. It's going the other way. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So here are visitors to take over on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Lee.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on third and long. Lee. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Watch the slap, watch the slap.
On third down, Merritt. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. Oh, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive for them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 12, Lee firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Lee to throw on third down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Down, 50, plant. My 30 yards. All day. Watch safety three. Be dribble.
They'll run on first down. Manuel. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And two
They'll keep it on the ground. Manuel, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Merritt, and he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Merritt. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Manuel. He'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Lee. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Lee looks to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw, Lee. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset them 1st and 10.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensing the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
8 read. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Lee. From the gun, he'll throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And some room to maneuver. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Merritt. Wheaton's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Merritt. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
From the gun on third down, Merritt. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the different.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it? Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
We want it. Come to my...
They run the counter. Manuel. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
30 base. Switch up, clear. Snap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
70.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing here, Lee. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
18 Gator.
Here's Lee on first and 10. And it's caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
60 Pittsburgh.
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 8, read. 55. Yeah, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. 5.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lee. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but On offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
2nd and 4. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4th or 8. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Merritt. A quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A nice run on 1st down. Gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Merritt. And his throw is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, 80's yours. I got you.
Throwing again. Merritt. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack lunch, baby. Yum, yum, yum,
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Check.
Back to throw. Merritt. Hard throw. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is fielded at the 7. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Operating from the gun. Merritt. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
I know you felt that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
58 for Mike.
Throwing on first down. Merritt. Wheaton with a catch right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg. Merritt. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Merritt. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Now, let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, defense. Who got back?
To throw is Lee. Going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Lee. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Lee. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Looking to throw. Lee. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Lee now to throw again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lee, operating from the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Lee. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Lee. Off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lee. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is down to 2. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fielded about a yard deep. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Big stop, let's go.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
15, 1, 59.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for London, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.